sociologist, a university lecturer, researcher, data analyst, and consultant. In this channel, I share with you videos on data analysis and presentation. Oftentimes, quite a number of my postgraduate students confess that they are overwhelmed by the volume of data they have after fieldwork. Indeed, many have challenges in applying the skills acquired during coursework in analyzing and presenting the raw data. Whether you are required to present your work for examination or you are expected to appear for oral defense, data analysis and presentation is the ultimate part of the research process. In this channel, I shall take you through a step-by-step approach on how to analyze and present data. In our first video, we begin by examining what data analysis is. As I have already stated, scientific research is a process, and data analysis is part and parcel of that process. What then is data analysis? Data analysis is that process of obtaining raw data and converting it into useful information for decision making. When we record our experiences or observations during the process of data collection, we obtain raw data. We can either record numbers to get quantitative data or record sounds, words, or pictures and end up with qualitative data. Once this is done, the researcher begins the process of data analysis. This is a process which involves cleaning, transforming, and modeling data. A process that makes it possible for one to discover useful information. A process that makes it one to discover useful information. Once this is done, it is possible to make decisions based upon the analysis. At this juncture, we need to recall that data are collected and analyzed to answer questions, test hypotheses, or invalidate theories. Allow me to take you back to research methodology on theories and research. In other words, the relationship between theory and research. You recall that theory structures and informs research, while on the other hand, research likewise structures and informs theory. This is what is invariably known as the symbiotic or reciprocal relationship between theory and research. A researcher who uses the deductive approach in research starts with a compelling theory, then tests its implications with data. In effect, I consider data analysis incomplete if the researcher does not use their data to confirm or invalidate theory. Briefly, let me explain the two approaches to research. There is the inductive and deductive approach. With the inductive approach, we gather data where in this case you have a specific level of focus. Indeed, here, after the data has been collected, you are looking for patterns. In other words, you are analyzing your data, from which analysis you then develop theory, and you end up with a general level of focus. On the other hand, with the deductive approach, you theorize or hypothesize. In other words, you begin with the general level of focus. You have a compelling theory. Then you collect your data and analyze it. After the analysis, test your hypothesis or your theory and establish whether the theory or hypothesis is supported or not supported by your data. You end up with a specific level of focus, unlike the other case where you end up with a general level of focus. Let us then get into data analysis and ask ourselves the question, how is data analysis useful? Data analysis can be useful in several ways. First, through data analysis, it is possible to describe and summarize data. Secondly, the process makes it possible to compare variables. In addition, through the process of data analysis, the researcher can identify relationships and differences between variables. By describing and summarizing our data, comparing the variables, and identifying relationships or differences between or among variables, the researcher can focus outcomes. Data analysis can be categorized into two: quantitative and qualitative. However, I need to point out that more often than not, data presentation that encompasses both qualitative and quantitative data is quite informative. This is the mixed methods approach in data presentation. This is, however, an area that we shall look at in subsequent videos. In our next video, I shall take you through how to process or organize your data for analysis. Goodbye.